Welcome to Box Wine Therapy, where the wine is cheap and the therapy's priceless.
We're two best friends, a couple of moms, and professional oversharers here to spill the wine and real life. I'm Kayla.
I'm Hannah.
Now let's get it started.
Welcome to Box Wine.
And
Welcome to Box Wine Therapy, everybody. I'm Hannah.
I'm Kayla.
And we say that in the intro. We're struggling today.
Yeah. Who am I? Where am I? I don't know.
She's got pregnancy brain.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding yesterday, and then I had to go to church today. A little hungover, not as hungover as my husband who missed church.
Oh.
But
Oh, no.
I played in the Sunday school room with the kids because I'm like certified to do that, I guess.
Do you just decide the day when you go there, like, hey, I'm going to be in here today, or are you like volunteer arranged ahead of time?
You're supposed to volunteer ahead of time, but I kind of just, when I signed up to do it, I was just like, do you care if I sign up and just like randomly be like, hey, do you need help today? I said, or if there's a day that you actually need tons of help, go ahead and text me. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. Because especially
That's better. Because I feel like it's like day by day how you feel too. Like some days I don't want to be
around all the children. Well, and most of the time it was like, well, if Rusty's out of town or something for the weekend, I don't want to go sit at church alone.
Yeah.
And so I would be like, no, we're not going to go.
Yeah.
But now the kids are old enough to ask to go because they love the Sunday school so much.
Well, that's good.
And so this morning I was like, do you guys want to just stay home and we can watch church on TV? No, I want to go. I was like, okay, let's go.
So they do Sunday school stuff even for like Lemmy's age.
Mhm.
Cool.
Brooklyn's age. I mean,
Really?
baby all the way up.
I thought it was just kind of like, when we went to church, it was like a nursery, like
the nursery, and then the Sunday school. No, it's babies
cool
to older kids, but I typically go in the baby room, so that's fine. I normally just sit and hold babies. But no, today I was in Lemmy's room, and some kid pooped his pants, and he got everywhere. And thank God the other teacher noticed it first, so she's the one who had to do the cleaning. And I was like, I'll grab you. I'll grab you stuff. What do you need? I told her, I was like, I'm sorry, Mom had too much fun last night to be smelling that. And it was all over the toilet. Like the kids smeared it everywhere. Oh, it was so gross. And then the room stunk.
Oh.
So then we had to take the kids outside to go play. Well, then I had to go stand in the hot sun chasing toddlers. And I got home and Rusty's like, babe, I feel like $1 million. I feel so much better now. I said, I don't.
Good for you.
I'm fading. I've been chasing kids, wiping poop. It's like, I'm tired, Grandpa.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this no more. So I picked up some Starbucks on our way here, and here I am, ready to go, rip roaring. Just mouth ain't going as fast as the brain.
That's how my day is every day. I needed the Starbucks a lot today.
Work your belly.
Yes, it's 30 weeks this week.
And she
on Tuesday.
I told her, I was like, girl, you got your pregnancy lips. You got some fatties up there.
Yeah.
I just showed up today and I was like,
literally today they just came in full force because I was doing my makeup. I'm like, what is different? Like, I look different.
And I kept staring at Kayla. I was like, what did you do? Get a lip flip or something? Like, you've never had a filler, but you look like you got filler. And I was like, oh, it's your pregnancy lips.
Yeah.
Go, girl.
It's nice.
The boobs and the lips. And
I know, the boobs.
She got her boobies back, her belly back, and her lips back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. And my butt hasn't gone all the way away yet. So that's nice.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it will.
Once Kayla started breastfeeding, her butt just disappeared.
Pancake.
And she's never had a flat butt. So all of a sudden, like when she was breastfeeding Maddie, back in the day, I was like, she stood up to do something, and I looked at her, I was like, don't take offense to this, but I've never seen your butt so flat before in your life. I was like,
I know,
she
it was
just
really
sucked
sad.
it right out.
I was so happy that I got it back.
It came back.
Thank goodness. But we'll see after this next kid. I'm like, I feel like my boobs also aren't as big yet, but maybe they got bigger with breastfeeding. I don't remember, but we'll see now after I hopefully breastfeed this kid too. I just feel like they're kind of going to be like the deflated balloon look.
That's what I got.
Ugh. I mean, they still look nice though.
In a bra.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I don't really like wearing bras, so that's gonna...
I always joke, I'm like, if I hold your arms up, I'm like, look at it, they're perfect. They're like perky teardrops. They look so great. And then the second I put my arms down, it's like, wah.
I told her to take a picture and then take that, if you ever get like a boob job or whatever,
like,
take the picture like that and be like, this is what I want.
No, why not? When I was pregnant, Rusty was like, babe, let's take a picture of your boobs just like they are now.
Yep.
So that way, one day, if you ever get them redone, you can show this picture to the surgeon and be like, I want pregnant boobs back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I told Keith. I was like, we should take a picture on Keith's phone because Maddie's always going on mine and like just you never know what's gonna pop up. I had to delete my butt incision pictures.
Oh, because she kept finding
Yeah, and I'm like, God, you never know. And she sends people pictures.
Oh.
So
Yep, you better be careful.
We don't want that one just going to, Jake from State Farm or something.
You're welcome.
You didn't want to see that on a Tuesday morning, but
but here you go.
So I said, Keith, you take a lot less pictures of me anyway, so I know that picture will be safe and easy to find whenever we need it in the future.
My mom one time, my mom's a nurse, and I was in my 20s some point in time, and I was like, I need you to look at this picture and tell me if you see white spots. And I had already talked about that I had a sore throat earlier.
I can guess where this is going.
Well, your uvula that hangs in the back, your dinghy. I took a picture and I sent it. And she goes, oh my God, why on earth would you send that to me? You should have warned me. I said, for a throat picture? She goes, oh, I thought that was your vagina. It's like, no, Mom, I'm not just sending you unsolicited crotch pictures. I said, that's my throat. That's
you'd really have to be investigating to find white spots inside.
I was like, no, Mom, that's my uvula, not my clitoris.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
I'm like, you're a nurse. You didn't know the difference of what you were looking at? Come on.
That was good.
We were talking at the wedding yesterday, and one of my friends, Jess, she's teeny tiny, works out all the time, and we were talking about like things girls get done. She's like, yeah, I was talking to somebody about like maybe getting a mini tummy tuck. I looked at her, I said, of what? She was, her husband's sitting next to me, and she's right there. She goes, of my pudge. I got so much, like my fupa. And I grabbed mine and I said, like this? Like, I don't think you have this. And her husband busts out laughing so hard. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, girl, no. I said, that requires nothing.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Because you're sitting down.
Your fupa. I was like, shut up, Jess. One of those people that you're like, you freaking are stunning.
Has she had other things done?
Boobs.
Yeah, so it probably is just like, well, that was easy to nip tuck. What else can I do?
Yeah, and that was a while ago. She said she needs them redone. Again, I'm like, no, they look pretty good to me.
Maybe in a bra again situation, I suppose.
She said she wants them smaller now.
Really?
Yeah. But
good to know.
But yeah, so we were all just talking about things people get done in her. And she was telling how much Botox costs, and because she gets stuff all the time, and so we were talking about all that, and her husband's like, I don't see what you guys are talking about, blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, shut up. And I'm like, it is a good thing though that all of our husbands think we're crazy for thinking we need work done.
That's true.
That's great.
That's what we should get that done.
Yeah, you know what you need?
Yeah. Could you imagine?
What?
Guess what you need?
A life. Because you ain't gonna have me no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, all of our husbands are like, you guys don't need that. Why would you get that? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, you know what? That's good. We should appreciate that.
Yeah.
We got husbands who see zero flaws.
Yeah.
I said, my husband loves me, chubby and all, so I said, I just need that lower bluff, and then it's over for you bitches. I said, once that's done and I look my age and youthful again, one day it's gonna be so nice. I said, I'll keep the fupa, keep the saggy boobies. I can keep all that, but I just want that done.
Sure.
So one day.
What is making you hold off on it? Is it the cost?
It's $6,000.
Oh, that's actually I don't know what I thought it was gonna be, but
yeah, no,
that is quite a bit.
As of right now, with the $6,000 new vagina I just got, and
it's a pretty good deal.
Hey, I mean, that was a lot more work than this is going to be, so that was a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as of right now, no, we're just going to wait.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably one of those things once the kids are out of preschool or daycare, when I'm not putting all my extra money towards that.
Yep.
Then, sure, I don't know. We'll see. One day I need it done.
Speaking of weddings, I had a dream about you a couple nights ago, and it was
dirty.
No, it was just wild. So you were renewing your vows with Rusty, and you woke up on your wedding day and texted me, and you said, I need you to put together the bridesmaid bouquets. So go to HEB, pick up flowers. And I was like, okay, well, like, what's your vision? What colors? What kind? And you're like, I don't want to make another decision, but don't get it wrong. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, I can't handle this kind of pressure.
And I was telling Keith, I'm like, I got to go to HEB and I got to pick up these flowers. And he was like, I think that you're getting asked way too much for you or whatever on the day of, you know? And I was like, it's her wedding day. He's like, it's a vow renewal. I was like,
it's a vow renewal.
That's still a great thing. I said, bye. And so I go to HEB and the florist there, she is like, oh, great, you're with the bride. She has a list of things that she wants you to get. And one of your things was you wanted me to get a lemon tree in a pot and plant it at the church. But then it was only on this outside part where like you and Lemmy and Rusty and Brooklyn were going to stand. So Lemmy was just going to be by the lemon tree. And then you wanted me to plant it, but then dig it up and transport it to your home, you know, after the 20 minutes of Lemmy just standing by there. Huh. And so I said, we're going to skip the lemon tree to the florist. I said that. And then
I said that.
And there was other things too where she was like, oh, I've got hydrangeas or I don't know, some other kind of big flower. And I was like, perfect, we'll just do that. A little bit of baby's breath and like a couple roses, and that'll be the bridesmaid bouquets. It's not too crazy, whatever. But anyway, amidst all of the big long checklist of all these things that you had done, and the whole time you're just crying the whole day. Oh. And I was supposed to do your hair and makeup, and I didn't get myself ready yet either because I was doing all these running around stuff, and I forgot the bridesmaid bouquets at HEB by the time I got back to the church. And I was like, well, I got to get you done first. And then I'm like, I'm going to go back and then get it. And then our friend Kenny, I was like, Kenny, I need you to come with me because I'm pregnant and I can't be pushing. Oh, because one of the things that you wanted or had mentioned to the HEB lady, she was like, since you're going to have kids at your vow renewal, we have where we can rent out these play kitchens and these toys and stuff. And she's like, when I showed the bride that, the room was dark. Like I didn't turn the lights on, and so she didn't really like it. And so she said no to it, and I was like, no, I think that's a great idea. I was like, let's go ahead and do that. So I was like, Kenny, you need to come with me so you can help me lift this play kitchen and bring it. I think it's going to be great for the reception. The kids will go play in there. And then instead of a car, I had a bank of gym lockers, you know, the short ones, the really small, like squares. And so I had to stuff Kenny into a square-shaped locker and push the lockers to HEB.
And that's the dream.
That was my dream. Never made it to the vow renewal because I hardly made it back to HEB.
And if you're still listening to this podcast, if you made it through that dream,
people are gonna be like,
we're still here. I'm laughing so hard because on the toast last week, she was saying something about her dream. She goes, oh God, you're not going to tell me about it though, right? She goes, no, I would never tell it on a podcast. Dreams are not exciting to anybody else. So.
They literally never are, no matter what, but it's like you can't help yourself. Like I have to get it out and I have to tell you.
This one just kept going. I just was wondering, like, does it stop?
Well, it was great to me.
It was very interesting.
I almost called you yesterday morning to tell you about it. Oh, and then I thought, nah, I'll wait for the podcast.
I'll make everybody listen.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed.
Which, by the way, some of my friends at the wedding were like, by the way, your podcast sounds so good now. You guys definitely got the sound dialed in. I was like, yeah, we did.
We still have listeners.
I was like, and the video, yeah, right. Y'all have been through it.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
We got it. Now we're pros.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duh.
I had a little scary thing. I was thinking about, because, you know, I'm like, okay, who are we for the podcast?
What movie is that from?
Who are we? I don't know.
Da-da-da.
Are you like a cheer one?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry.
That's okay. So I was like, you know, we're moms. And so I'm like, I feel like my whole life is just mom stuff anyway. But this last week with my pregnancy, since we'll share what we're going through on here.
Yep.
I had a little bit of scare where I had, like, some bloody mucusy discharge, and so I was like, "Oh my god," I never had that with Maddie because I never lost my mucus plug with her.
And Kayla sent me that picture
Yeah.
without a warning. Um, but I'm used to it, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yep.
But it did make me think of the story of my mom when you
For
said
sure,
that.
yeah.
It's like, it started with, "Hey, do you think this is my mucus plug?" And I thought, "Oh, at least she started with that, so I know
Yeah.
what I'm
That's a
seeing."
little bit of a warning because it was
Yeah,
just my underwear in the toilet paper with it.
it's fine.
I figured because you had lost your mucus plug, you would
Mhm.
know, and so I don't know. The nurse never said that if that's what it was or not,
Yeah,
but she just was like, "If it continues for more than, 48 hours."
and I think it was part of it, which
Probably.
Kayla didn't know you can lose chunks of it at a time, and then
Yeah.
it'll regrow if you're, like, too early in it. So,
So hopefully it regrows because I was like,
it
"I'm
will.
30 weeks this week." Like, then I guess my brain was like, worst case scenario is I'd be put on bed rest for, like, 10 weeks.
Yeah, which they really don't do that anymore unless you have to be hospitalized.
Okay, good.
So,
Because I was like, I can't just, like, do
lay
nothing.
down
Yeah.
with your toddler at home all
Yeah.
day long.
Right? I was like,
You're
that's
not a
just not.
dad.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Oh my god. We were at a cookout the other weekend, and I was, up chasing Maddie, and then when I sat down for a second, I was just always on alert, like, watching her and listening,
'Cause there was a
and
pool around too.
yes, there was a pool. We had never been to this house before. It was our friend's parents' house, and then they also had, like, uneven, like, steps in their limestone, deck, whatever that's called,
Half.
of the path,
Yeah. We're
and
really
she's
struggling today.
also right? She's also freshly 2, like, she turned 2 in November, so I don't feel like I can just kinda, like, chill while she plays
Yeah.
just yet, and she also didn't really know.
Which you could have more if there was not a pool there.
Totally, yes, and, like, a designated area, which she was playing with one little girl in this one area, but toddlers don't sit still and stay in one spot, so I just was, like, always on alert, and Keith was eating, and he says, "What are you, a mom or something?" And I said, "Yeah, what are you, a dad or something, just sitting there eating?"
Well, while mom chases the kid.
Yeah. I felt proud that I snapped that back pretty quick.
She's like, "I thought of that one all on my
Yeah,
own."
pretty proud.
I keep staring at your boobs.
I was like, "Thank you. They probably are a little bit much today."
I mean, it's fine. If you notice, I just keep, or if you guys notice.
So
I was
your
gonna say,
hands like,
Kayla's used to it, but yeah, I'm like, I just keep going.
"That's okay, they're fun."
Well,
I'm happy they're back.
the bride yesterday, she's still breastfeeding, and her boobs looked huge
Yeah.
and phenomenal. Like, they were so great. I was like, and they aren't even fake. And so she was talking to us, a couple of us girls, and I'd never met her before. And I was like, yeah. I said, oh my gosh. She said something about her boobs. She's like, I'm normally more like conservatively dressed. And she's like, but not today. I'm showing it off. And I was like, you go, girl. I said, by the way, I will tell you. I leaned over and told my husband, she has huge boobs and they're real and they look great. And I was like, she must still be breastfeeding right now because they are plump. She goes, oh yeah. She goes, I need a pump bad. But she goes, yeah, blah, blah. And so she's talking to us and then she leaves. And my friend Amanda looks at me. She goes, Hannah, I am so proud of you right now. You did not lean over once and touch her
them?
boobs without, or for somebody you didn't know. I was like, oh, it was tough. I sat there for a second and was like, shh, should I poke? Nope. Okay. Nope. All right.
You're like, "They're real."
Don't touch them. I was like, you guys know me so well.
Yeah.
I said, I'll poke yours. And so I poked hers. I was like, whew, there, I feel like I got it out of the way, got it out of my system. And it's like, when boobs are like that, and somebody else was like, you would just touch somebody's boobs that you don't know? And I was like, I mean, we're all girls.
Not without a warning.
I mean, sometimes, but not like unsolicited, but like
Yeah.
if we're talking about like your boobs are so big
Yeah.
and they're so full, I'm like, here they are.
Yeah.
Like I'm a little, I don't know, I'm like a little kid. I just gotta
You
feel.
just gotta see what the consistency is like,
Yeah.
like
And then every once in a while I do something like that, and then I'm like, I'm sorry. We just met an hour ago. There's something called consent. Do I have that from you? Sorry, I didn't ask
Oops.
first.
Good thing you were born a girl.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You'd probably be a creepy guy.
I would be a little bit creepy if you ask me. Should have seen how many times I grabbed my husband's butt yesterday. I was like,
Oh.
these 8 weeks are up on Tuesday. Mama's back, y'all. Mama is like, hubba, 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 hubba. Woo! Mm. His bald head and his...
I thought you were going to say something else.
The other one, too.
Yeah.
And his pearl snaps and his good booty. I was just like, hey. Oh, and we saw Wuthering Heights for my birthday. We went and saw it. And by the way, wait, that's a good movie.
What is the, like, plot of it? You know, like, what is it about?
There's a girl.
And a guy.
And a guy. But her dad, like, takes him in as this, like, farm helper boy. I think in the book he's supposed to be a slave, but a farm helper boy. And then they kind of, like, her dad's, like, an abusive drunk and beats the shit out of them, whatever. But as they grow up, they realize that they've been in love with each other, but they're both, like, they don't say it, blah, 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 all this stuff. Well, then she marries a rich man, but they still love each other. So then there's hookups and woo, what? And it's Jacob Elordi, and he talks in a
Irish accent,
like a Scottish accent, yeah. And oh my gosh, when he'd be like, "I love you, Cathy, Cathy, I love you." And so when we left, I looked at Rusty, and, well, after I was done crying the rest of the way out in the parking lot, because it ends very sadly. But the next day, I was like, babe, you should just try a little bit to be, and my husband's terrible at accents, to be like, "I love you, Cathy." And I said, "You just gotta talk with the back of your throat. That's how them Scots do it." And he goes, "I love you, Cathy." I was like, oh. I was like, oh my God.
What a fire.
Oh, that's so cute. We should say that again. Oh. Anyway, on that note.
Yeah. She's getting all fired up.
I'm fired up. I'm rip-roaring ready to go. So, yep, there's that.
That's funny.
I'm back.
Recommend that movie.
Highly. Although I will say the first 10 minutes, and I'd never read the book, you could skip the first 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
I probably would have walked out of the theater had I not known that it was going to get hot and sexy eventually.
Oh, okay.
Because it starts with, like, and this is not giving stuff away, starts with a public hanging.
Ooh.
People, like, grinding on each other outside of the hanging, like it turned them on.
What?
And then children getting the shit beat out of them.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't like this. This is not what I was picturing was going to happen. But you could fast forward through that part, and then...
Yeah.
And then you're good. Then it was fine.
Oh, you know what I heard yesterday?
What?
I'm really excited, and you won't be as excited, but Rusty will when you're listening.
Okay.
Rusty. Harry Potter, they're coming out with a TV series. It's going to be on HBO Max, and it's starting Christmas this year.
Ooh.
Like a season. So each book is going to get a season.
Ooh.
I know, and I'm so excited. And we watched a little trailer on it, and I think Keith said there had been like something like 250,000 or 250 million streams of the trailer of it already, because we're just so excited. And I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I know, I'm so excited. I mean, I said that a million times, but you know.
Are you really excited?
Yeah.
You're like so excited.
So. And then we were just theorizing, like, how are they going to drop the episodes? You know, it probably will be like,
it's going to be
on have season
on Max.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah, that'll be good then. They do a good job on shows. It'll be 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Each season, because they only do like 10.
And then we were wondering too, because, you know, there's more details in the book than obviously they could fit in a movie. So it'll be exciting to see how all of that unravels. Oh, it just looks so good. I remember a year ago, one of Keith's friends was like, they're auditioning for the show. And so I kind of forgot about it since then.
Oh.
So they started filming back then.
Did they get it?
No, they were just saying, like, in general, like, they're
auditioning.
casting for the show for little kids.
Who's playing Harry?
Yeah, some little boy.
Oh.
Nobody I've never seen these kids before.
Oh, so they're going to start as kids and work their way up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But he looks just like him. And he sounds like him, too. So that's kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Yes.
That will be good.
Love nerding out to Harry Potter.
That's actually a show I'll watch with Rusty.
Yeah.
Not like his dumb Game of Thrones ones. I don't like Game of Thrones. Sorry, people.
You know, so I watched it all the way through, and it was really good. But then we tried to restart it again, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it's a lot more violent than I like to see.
Yeah.
I don't like the bloody, gory stuff.
I'm just not a big fantasy person, unless it's like Harry Potter. Like, I like Harry Potter stuff. But I don't know. It
I
just
mean,
didn't do it for me. The dragons and the
yeah. I didn't mind all that, but yeah, it's just the gore, like, I don't need to see the blood and guts.
yeah. I listened to the book, Bunny XO's book, Stripped Down.
Ooh, did you finish it?
Yeah. It was really good and interesting and crazy all at the same time. Like, people, you just cannot judge anybody because the things that she went through in life, like, which trigger warning for you if you have it, any of these as your past traumas, maybe don't listen to the book,
Mm.
but like molestation as a child, rape as a teenager, yeah. Like, so many things she went through in life, and you're just like, "It's amazing you turned out the way you did." Like,
Yeah.
it's amazing you got to this point. Like, yes, you did sex work and all the things, but you know what? Like, and the funny thing is she was actually really religious growing up because her
Oh.
family, they forced her into, like, the Pentecostal church here in Texas and
Hmm.
all these things, and I don't know, it was a really, really interesting read.
You would recommend it?
I would, yeah. It
Does it end on a happy note? I mean, I guess your life is more happy now.
yeah. I mean, they talk about Jelly Roll cheating on her, which
Really? I didn't know that.
but they I mean, she was still doing sex work
Oh,
as her
well, so
job
then how do you
to pay for their house and to pay for the
Oh.
lawyer for the kid, to get his kid full custody and all that, so she was still doing that even when they were married.
Oh,
But
really?
their thing was like, "We don't have an open relationship, but
Mm.
we have free will, and, like, if you want to do something, just don't let me be the first to or
The last to
the
find
last to
out?
know, or,
Yeah.
like, to hear from a magazine or something, like,
Yeah.
always be open about it,"
Huh.
and he kinda had an emotional affair with an ex,
Mm.
and I don't know, they both were kinda trying to blow up their life at that point because they had a lotta shit going on, just, like, fell in love fast, got married fast. They were both trying to break their addictions, then trying to get his
Mm.
daughter, then thrown into being a stepmom, and she was used to a stepmom who beat the shit out of her, so she was like, "I don't know how to do this."
Yeah.
So it was a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, she's like, "No, I mean, like, if we're at a party or a concert and 3 girls come up or 2 girls come up and are like, 'Hey, we wanna go sleep with you guys,' like, we're probably gonna say yes." I was like, "Not my marriage.
Good for you.
You enjoy, girl.
Yeah.
You go, girl." But,
That's not my cup of tea.
no, so, yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Lotta interesting things. So many times she did drugs and, like, overdosed and oh,
Really?
yeah, so much
Wow.
stuff in her life, so interesting.
I
Anyway,
like my vanilla life.
yeah, I'm like I listened to her book and I was just like, "Yikes."
But sometimes I like to hear about those kind of things. It's the same with, murder shows. I don't know why I like to, like, hear about those kind of experiences and then psychoanalyze them and figure out, like, why do people think that way or what made them make those choices in their life.
Yeah,
I just love it.
yeah. I mean, I think the reason it was so interesting for me was because people always like, "Oh, she's a prostitute or a sex worker, blah, blah, blah. She did all these things, and she was a stripper," and you just hear these things, and it's like
And they painted it in a very negative light.
yeah, in a very negative light, and it's like, she had the shittiest life
Yeah.
ever until a certain age, and that was the only way she could make money at the
Yeah.
time, like, and it came easy to her, and
Yeah.
she was fine with it, and because of all her traumas, she was good at disassociating and
Yeah, because that's what
stepping
I asked
away,
Hannah. I was
and
like, "How would you do that kind of work if, you had such a traumatic experience with it before?"
yeah, she said she would just disassociate, like,
Yeah.
her body wasn't hers during those times, so
Yeah.
she just like, "Nope, I can just turn it off."
I feel like that'd be the only way you can get through that.
And then the money really helped. She said she
Yeah.
didn't spend the night with people. That wasn't her thing. She didn't like to, but if she had some really good customers that she's known for a long time and they requested it, upwards of $20,000 a night they would pay just to have her spend the night in the same bed with them.
I mean, I'd be a sleeping buddy for someone.
I'll be your cuddle
I
buddy.
wouldn't sleep, but I feel like wonder how much they'd pay for that. Might be a business opportunity.
Except you're married
Yeah,
with
yeah,
kids.
not now, but
Yeah.
one day in another life.
But if you're wondering how to make
Yeah.
money,
You know what? Here's a side hustle idea, and if it works, let me know. I was the idea starter, so I'll take 10%.
now you're a pimp.
Hey. I will neither confirm or deny on camera.
Fun fact
Wink.
about me, I can't wink. So I do this. People are like, "Oh, did you use that on your husband when you hit on him?" I'm like, "Yeah." I looked at him, I was like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
"Why?"
double blinking, double winking.
Oh,
I saw, Laguna Beach is having, like, a reunion show or something
yeah, I saw
on
that too.
Roku channel or something, or
Oh.
whatever.
Ooh, did you see the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special?
No.
I watched most of it.
Mm.
It was pretty good. I didn't think that I remembered that much of Hannah Montana, but then when they were telling or showing some of the scenes and stuff, I remembered, but
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely not somebody who knows all the words to the songs
Yeah.
like some people did.
Yeah.
But, no, it was interesting. Your hair looks really good.
Yes, it does.
Uh,
You know what? I actually so I cut my hair,
she just chopped
obviously.
it.
I chopped it, I was getting sick of it, and I'm like, "You know what? I'm just gonna do it." But I did my layers, and I have a swoopy bang because I accidentally cut the face framing ones real short.
Yeah.
I did not mean to go that short, and
Was it wet when you did it?
it was, like, lightly damp, but just it was, like, immediately I knew, "Oops, regret," and it was 'cause I
Oops.
gathered, like, the top thing, put it in a pony, just like the hairdresser on YouTube said, and then she cut hers, like, by her nose, and I remember the last time I did it, I actually went down to my chin, and I was like, "Well, this time I want them just, like, a little bit shorter," so I went to my lips, and, yeah, they became very, very, very short. That side's not bad,
No,
it's
I
this
was gonna
one's
say it was that side.
I don't wanna reveal.
She turned her head to the side in the Snapchat she sent me, she's like, "Oops."
I was
I
like,
was like,
"Good
"Oh,
good thing I'm just a mom." What the heck, I'll show you.
that you just talked about your discharge on here, so you might as well show us your bangs."
Yeah, and I mean, they're curled now, so it's not as
Yeah, it
bad.
doesn't look as bad when they're curled, but, like, see
Yeah.
how far this goes in?
Mm.
Like, this goes 4
'Cause then, like, the
my finger
underneath
length.
layer, you know, is, like, long, so it's just like a little Lord Farquaad up here.
It's like her mullet chunk,
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
but it doesn't look
It's
bad curled.
fine. But then I also added some, I did the money piece and some little baby lights throughout here because I am going so gray that they look like highlights from a long
She literally
afar.
they were sparkling in
Yeah.
the sun the other day, and I was like, "What do you have in your hair?" I was like, I
Yeah.
almost thought it was tinsel.
And I'm kinda happy. I only have 1 cluster where there's, like, quite a bit in the front, which is why I did the money piece then, but then the rest are just, like,
I'm excited to
feathered
get gray
throughout,
because that's gonna look like blonde.
which yes, so for that, yeah, but I kinda was, like, teetering, like, do I start to go more my natural color? But now I'm like, "Nope, I'm sticking with blonde because easiest
Uh,
way to cover up the gray."
I decided to try to do a pull-through cap and pull some teeny tiny baby lights,
Yeah.
and it turned out pretty good, but, like, I have one spot right in here that bled a little,
Oh,
and then I did it with my hair,
middle.
middle parted, and then I have, like, 2 or 3 little bleed spots there, which I have to fix, I just haven't yet, but
Yeah.
I was like, "For now, I'll just flop it over to the side," but I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
How it turned out, I was like, "Well, it gives me just enough so that out in the
Yeah.
sun, it looks, like, a little more blended and not so much the natural to that,
Yeah.
and it'll grow out nicely."
Yep.
So, I just wanted a little touch,
Yeah.
and I
I
keep
like that. I'm
staring at my
happy you did.
kids right now, like, their most beautiful
They're
blonde
bleach
hair.
blonde hairs.
But it's
They
like
have the best, like, thick hair too,
and it looks like bleach blonde, but natural with,
and
like,
it's got
little
the
low lights
dimension.
yeah, in it
Yeah.
too, and I'm like, "Do you know how many years and how
You
many
know how much I
dollars
paid for that.
I've spent to keep that hair?"
Yep.
And then I did this to go back to natural because I was sick of spending all that money to do it,
Yeah.
and then I'm like now I just stare at them like, "Well, I wanna look like you.
Yeah, I want blonde
I
again.
want that hair." But I do think I look better with it darker,
Okay,
like
yeah.
the darker blonde.
I like
So
it both ways.
I'm like,
I really do.
some blondes were really good on me, and then
Yeah.
some I'm like, "Oh, that wasn't really my color," but
But I think 'cause it was, like, trending at the time too.
yeah. Well, guys,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know
we're preparing for a garage sale next week, so
Ooh.
I'm excited for that. I've been purging the whole house, purging my closet, which is probably not, like, the wisest thing to do while pregnant because it's not like I could try them on, but
And you're
I
gonna
really
want it after you're done, you're gonna be like, "I have no
yeah, I know,
clothes."
but I kinda made my decision based on, like, pre-pregnancy. If I haven't reached for it in 2 or 3 years, I'm obviously not wanting to wear it ever.
Yeah,
So and also too, I'm like, it was a texture thing, like, I kinda went through and I was like, "Why am I not reaching for this?" But, like, I hate the way it feels. So, like, why would I ever put it on my body if I hate the way it feels
yeah,
touching it briefly,
yeah.
But anyway, that's my thought is when I'm rebuilding my closet, I'm going to try to thrift things and
Mhm.
just get them cheaper. Thrift or TJ Maxx or whatever, like just cheaper. So I almost dove into another business idea to do with you.
Oh, God.
I was like, wouldn't it be great if you, on your lunch breaks, went to the Goodwill bins and then got things like you pay by the pound, and then I could do like you pay by the pound of the clothing.
Who pays by the pound? Where?
So it's like a bin, and you get them for like $1 a piece, pretty much.
Oh.
But it's all about the hunt. It's like thrifting, competing with other people.
Where do you get these bins?
It's called the Goodwill bins. Like it's like a warehouse kind of thing.
Okay.
They have them around like Houston areas.
Okay. I was like, Goodwill doesn't have that. I've been
No.
there.
Yes, no, but it's like they're called the Goodwill bins because it's more of like instead of them putting them out in their store, it's like like people. Anyway, whatever. So they resell them. People go there, you buy by the pound, and then you like do live sale shows and sell like say you got something for $1 and you sell it for $8 and you profited $7.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yep. And that's why I was like, well, if you sourced them and I did the live selling, and then we could split the profit and shipping. So
yeah.
But then there's all that, and then there's like storing it and all this.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not. Because I was like, wow, maybe I should do that as my little side gig project, and then I was like, you know how long it takes me to even try to go to a thrift store, first of all, especially while bringing Maddie,
Yeah.
and then to actually like find anything.
And the way you shop.
Yeah.
Like if you're going shopping with Kayla, you better
put on your walking shoes and be hydrated and got snacks.
I like to shop, but I can get everything done in an hour to 2 hours that I need. Kayla could spend 1 hour in one store.
Yeah. And I like that way. It's a day.
So when we talk about going shopping together, if we're ever like, oh, should we go shopping this day on vacation? I'll be like, okay, you get me 3 hours tops. And I'm not going to go in the same stores as you because I can't stand to meticulously look at every single thing and feel and touch and try on. She'll try on.
Yep.
Y'all. She'll try on like 20 things per store.
Yep.
I'm wiped out if I try 5 things on in one store. I was like, no, I can't do it. So while she's in one store, I go to 15 other stores.
Yep.
And then she'll be like, oh, did you go in here yet? I'm like, yeah, I went there. What? When? I'm like, just now. What about this store? I'm like, no, I went there too. What? How have you made it through all these stores? I'm like, because I'm fast, Kayla. I know what I want.
It's like you just like scan like your laser beam eyes and you're like, oh, I like this thing. Okay.
Yep.
Nothing else.
Attracted to that color, attracted to that fabric, attracted to this. Boom, boom, boom. If I feel like I need to try it on, I will. Otherwise, for the most part, I'll just buy it.
Oh, yeah, no, I gotta try it on and like overthink it and make sure that I really, really like it. Take pictures, try it on again, after I've tried on the whole bulk of things and then narrowed it down to maybes or yeses, but then I gotta make sure for sure that I really like it. I wonder if shopping now that I'm on anxiety medication would be any different.
I don't want to find out.
You've been lucky that the last couple times that we've gone shopping, I haven't been in a spendy mood or really a shoppy mood. And so, I still take my time.
I'm like, but those are the most annoying because then I know you're still not going to spend the money. So it's like, why are you trying on 30 outfits to know that you might pick one shirt that you didn't even need to try on because it's a loose shirt and you picked it anyway. But it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, opposites. Again.
We attract. That's why we're best friends.
Yeah.
I could send her to do my wedding flowers and everything.
Yeah. But in reality, it's funny because the way that dream happened, sounds like something more I would be saying. I don't want to make another decision today.
Yeah.
But just get it right.
Yeah.
I don't think you would ever say that. You'd be like, I actually want blah, 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 blah.
Well, I'd tell you what I want, or I'd say, no, I legitimately do not have a care in the world about this.
Yeah.
So just go. Pick.
Surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah. If I say I don't care, I really don't care.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Well, anyway.
That was fun. Thanks for joining our spastic little sporadic catch-up episode.
Life catch-up.
It's so fun to do these every 2 weeks now.
I know.
Because now it really is we actually have shit to talk about.
Yep, exactly. It's great.
Yeah.
So I'm contracting. I think
we're having a baby. Just kidding.
Gotta go.
Water breaks. No, that'd be
it's tight.
Let me feel.
Is it or just cramping like it's growing again?
Well, it feels tight over here.
Yeah.
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 Your Braxton
I feel right here.
Yeah. Hi, baby.
Is it Braxton Hickey too if you feel it?
Yeah, you'll feel it.
Yeah,
You
okay.
feel it tighten if it's Braxton Hicks.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're having a Braxton Hick.
Get a lot of limbs. We thought Braxton would be a cute name for a little while, but I'm glad we moved past it.
Are you going to tell the world what you named it or not?
Oh, yeah. We picked a name. His name's going to be Gavin Austin. Austin is Keith's middle name and also his dad's and then his dad's. So it'll be 4th generation.
Cute.
Yes.
So Gavin.
Yes,
Wasn't
baby
sure
Gavin.
if I could tell everybody. This baby Gavin in here.
I know. I think on my post, whatever day I did that, I just said baby boy because I was like, oh,
I wasn't sure if you were sharing, but
yeah, I am. To those who ask. Right, okay. Now we're good.
Now we're done. I'm done.
Oh, I have to say a line. I was like, say it. You're like,
I'm
we're
done. Done, Kayla. I'm all done.
And you know what? Just in that kind of mood from our chaos to yours.
Remember, you're doing better than you think you are, and you're probably funnier too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.